Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So this week I am going to be doing a sort of different style of video, kind of, yeah. Just trying a little different sort of style, I guess, is, yeah, whatever. So anyways, basically, so my last video I did my top 10 favorite Nick shows, and I've also done my top 10 favorite Disney Channel shows, and so I thought it was time to do a Disney versus Nick showdown video, because yeah, I feel like if you grew up in the 2000s or like early 2000s, whatever, like, you know, you were either Disney Channel, you were either Team Disney Channel or Team Nickelodeon, or you could have been both. Like, I was kind of both. If you grew up in the early 2000s, your childhood basically lived on one of two channels, Disney Channel or Nickelodeon. Side, you had Disney, the home of pop stars, sparkly wand intros, and catchy theme songs that live rent-free in our heads to this day. On the other, Nickelodeon, the weird, chaotic, often hilarious underdog that wasn't afraid to get messy, literally. From green slime to spaghetti tacos, Nick was its own universe. It really was. But now, years later, it's time to finally ask, which one really ruled our screens and our hearts? Today, we're breaking it down show by show, star by star, and theme song by theme song to find out which network actually defined the golden age of kids TV. Okay, let's start with the heart of each network, its shows. These weren't just sitcoms or cartoons, they were rituals. You raced home after school to watch them, you quoted them in your day-to-day life, and somehow you still remember full episodes to this day. So let's start with Disney Channel. Disney Channel had a very specific formula. Relatable but slightly aspirational main characters, often living some kind of double life or dealing with magical chaos. Whether it was Hannah Montana balancing superstardom in school, or Wizards of Waverly Place secretly casting spells between classes. They were shiny, polished, and full of iconic one-liners. That's So Raven, The Sweet Life Zack and Cody, Good Luck Charlie. Each one had heart, comedy, and just the right amount of chaos. Now, Nickelodeon, on the other hand, felt a little more rebellious, a little weirder, maybe a lot weirder, even, I would say. Yeah, their characters weren't always perfect, and that was kind of the point. Drake and Josh, you know, constantly messed up. Ned literally had a manual for surviving middle school, and don't even get me started on the randomness of iCarly. Nick's shows didn't take themselves too seriously. They were louder, messier, and funnier in a slapstick, chaotic kind of way, leaned into wish fulfillment, while Nick leaned into awkward realism. But here's the real question. Which one stuck with you longer? The super clean, star-powered world of Disney, or the unpredictable, slightly chaotic universe that was Nickelodeon? Okay, so now it's time to get real. Let's talk legacy. Which shows defined the networks? Which ones still hit just as hard today? Here are my top 5 shows from Disney and Nick, ranked not just by popularity, but by their impact, originality, and staying power. So as I mentioned in the beginning of this video, I have made my top 10 favorite Nick shows and favorite Disney shows. So if you haven't seen those videos, go check them out. I think they're really good. I'll link them for you. But yeah, for this video, I did just put like my top 5 Disney shows and top 5 Nick shows. So we're gonna get into that right now. So we're gonna start with Disney. Number 1, I have Hannah Montana. Obviously, let's be honest, this was Disney Channel's crown jewel. The music, the double life, the wigs, this show was the Disney Channel era, okay? And nobody can tell me differently. Okay. Secondly, I have Austin and Ally. Now, this is a more, this show isn't from the early 2000s. It's from, when did it come out? Like 2011 or 2012, something like that. So it's like a 2010 show, but it is one of my personal all-time favorites. Like, I was completely obsessed with this show. Just ask any of my family members and they will tell you. If you've been watching my channel, then you've probably heard me mention that Ross Lynch was my big crush on him. But anyways, yeah, just everything about Austin and Ally, the whole show, the whole cast, the music, like the songs, everything. Yeah. And then number 3, I have The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. Okay, this is definitely one of Disney's best shows. So good. Gave us Cool and Dylan Sprouse, and I feel like it was very unique with the whole concept of living in a hotel. That just made it super fun and entertaining for kids, and it was also really funny. Number 4, I have Good Luck Charlie, which is also more 2010s. I don't even remember when it started, but it's iconic nonetheless. It's probably, I would say, one of like the funniest Disney shows. And also what I personally think are the best Disney parents. Yeah, Amy and Bob Duncan, they're my favorite Disney Channel parents. So yeah. And then number 5, I have Wizards of Waverly Place. Obviously one of the most iconic shows of all time. This show had it all: magic, sibling rivalry, and Selena Gomez at her absolute best. Like, this show is iconic, and that's just it. Like, you can't tell me otherwise. Yeah. So that's that. Moving on to Nickelodeon. Okay. Now, number 1, I have iCarly. Obviously, definitely the most iconic Nick show of all time. Pretty sure we'd all agree. Yeah, this show was like the internet before the internet, okay? iCarly was ahead of its time, and it still feels relevant in today's content creator world. So I just think that whole thing is just super cool, especially nowadays, when what they did of having a web show is so huge now. It's such a, popular thing nowadays. Okay, second I have Unfabulous, which I feel like it wasn't really popular because I never hear it like mentioned or like talked about anything. I feel like people don't really know about it or whatever, and to me, like, I was just obsessed with the show, and I'm not gonna go on about it because we've got much more to get into, but if you want to know like why I personally have it on here, why I personally think it's one of the best shows and everything, just go watch my last video, and that will tell you everything you need to know. Okay, number 3, I have Zoe 101. Obviously one of the best shows, so good. And then I have number 4, Big Time Rush, one of my favorite shows ever. Obviously it gave us the incredible band Big Time Rush, absolutely iconic, amazing, the music, everything. And then finally number 5, Drake and Josh. Okay, the chemistry between these two was gold. It gave us physical comedy, heartwarming moments, and some of the most quoted lines in Nick history. Of course, this is just my take, and honestly, it is very hard to rank these because there are so many good ones. But yeah, I mean, every single one of these shows had a moment where it rolled the culture. Some made us laugh, some made us cry, and all of them shaped how we grew up. But what do you think? Which ones would be in your top 5? Drop your rankings in the comments, and let's get nostalgic together. Beyond the shows themselves, both Disney Channel and Nickelodeon were launching pads for massive stars, but they played the game very differently. First up, we have Disney Channel, the pop star factory. Disney was like a well-oiled machine. They didn't just create characters, they created brands. It wasn't enough to act. Your character had a theme song, a merch line, and probably a concert tour. Hannah Montana, for instance, wasn't just a show, it was an empire. Miley Cyrus released actual chart-topping albums while starring in this show. Then there was Selena Gomez, Demi Lovato, the Jonas Brothers, Zendaya. All of them launched from Disney into global superstardom. Disney blurred the lines between fiction and fame. You were watching your favorite characters and their real-life rise to fame happen at the same time. It was genius, and honestly, maybe a little intense. Now, Nickelodeon, on the other hand, was a comedy playground. Nickelodeon took a different route. It wasn't about polishing pop stars. It was about finding kids who were funny, unique, and a little bit chaotic. Their stars felt more like your weird friends than untouchable celebrities. Amanda Bynes was sketch comedy royalty. Kenan and Kel gave us classic buddy comedy. And Miranda Cosgrove, she had range. From Sweet Little Sister and Drake and Josh to Digital Chaos Queen and iCarly, she kind of was the face of Nick's golden age. Yeah, no, she definitely was. Nick's stars didn't always explode into pop music careers, but they owned their comedy niche. And so, who had the bigger impact? Disney stars became household names and music icons, but Nick's shows carved out a space for weird, creative storytelling that shaped Gen Z's sense of humor before TikTok was even a thing. It's pop star versus class clown, polished versus unpredictable, and honestly, the world needed both. Let's talk theme songs next, because if you can't sing the first line by heart, did you even grow up in the 2000s? Both Disney Channel and Nickelodeon gave us some of the catchiest, most iconic intros of all time, but their vibes, totally different. First, Disney Channel. Disney Channel had pop anthems that slapped. Okay, Disney was out here making full-on bops. Of the top 6 best theme songs from Disney and Nick, so I picked 3 from each channel. Okay, first up, Hannah Montana, The Best of Both Worlds. Obviously, like, the most iconic, I would say. So good. Like, it's just such an iconic song, and I still listen to it now, honestly. Okay, second, I have Big Time Rush, the Big Time Rush theme song. Okay, this theme song hits so hard every single time, still does. I've said in one of my videos how I saw them perform last year for the first time, and it was incredible. And when they started singing their theme song, I lost it. Like, that is just like a different kind of experience. Okay, it was like incredible. Like, you have no idea how special that was. Their theme song is just so good. Okay, and then third, I have Wizards of Waverly Place, Everything Is Not What It Seems. Obviously, another iconic one. Like, it just, you know, like, as soon as the theme song came on, you couldn't help but sing along to it, you know? Number 4, Drake and Josh, Found a Way. It was a good song, good theme song. You got Drake Bell singing it, which is cool, very catchy. Like, if I hear that theme song, it immediately gets stuck in my head. Like, and now that I've mentioned it, it's like already getting stuck in my head. Like, I still remember the words. Number 5, I have the Sweet Life Zach and Cody, the Sweet Life theme song. Another iconic one. I feel like, these are really all iconic, but hearing this, just as soon as you hear it, like, so nostalgic. And then lastly, I have iCarly, Leave It All to Me. Again, iconic, amazing. You got Miranda Cosgrove singing it, so good. Again, catchy, like, all the things. So in my opinion, those are the top 6 best theme songs from Disney and Nick. These weren't just intros, they were cultural moments. Now that we've looked at the shows, the stars, the theme songs, and the legacy, there's only one question left. Who really ruled our childhoods? If we're talking polished production, catchy songs, and pop star power, Disney had it locked in. It was the dream, the sparkle, the fame, the double life fantasy. But if we're talking chaos, creativity, and pure unfiltered comedy, Nickelodeon was the wild child we couldn't get enough of. It gave us weird, it gave us heart, it gave us spaghetti tacos. Which, not gonna lie, when I was a kid and I watched iCarly, I actually really wanted to try spaghetti tacos. Like, they convinced me that it was actually good. Honestly, it wasn't about which was better, it was about what you needed at the time. Some of us needed Hannah Montana living a double life, and some of us needed Spencer from iCarly building a giant gummy bear lamp. For me, though, I've got to give it to Disney Channel, because it's just, even though I was technically both, I would say, because there are, these iconic Nick shows that I do love, as I've mentioned, but I was definitely always more of a Disney Channel kid. So yeah, that's just what I personally think. It just, really goes though with like what you needed at the time, or like your taste in like shows or whatever. Because yeah, for me, I liked more of like the like drama stuff and more like relatable. I feel like Disney, even though like some of their shows were more like fantasy, like That's So Raven with the Visions or Wizards of Waverly Place, that like magic and stuff like that, just like stuff that aren't real or unrealistic, like Hannah Montana living a double life, but they just had those elements to be more fun and entertaining and interesting for kids, but they still had like real issues and like lessons to be learned. They had certain episodes on centered around, and just a lot of relatable stuff and whatever that just that were just kids part of growing up and whatever. So yeah, and they were also funny, but in a different sort of humor than Nickelodeon. Personally, Disney's sort of humor is more mine. Like I prefer that kind of humor than Nick's, where Nick is just like sometimes just went a little overboard, It's just a little too weird at times for me. That's that. Nick was just more centered, more focused on the comedy aspect and whatever. And as I said, I'm more into drama rather than comedy. The drama and relatability rather than comedy and quirkiness. So that's why I'm Team Disney Channel all the way. But both are iconic, both are part of my childhood and everything. But personally, for me, Disney Channel wins this showdown. So, yeah, but now I want to hear from you guys, Team Disney or Team Nick. Which one do you think wins the showdown? And what were your top 3 favorite shows growing up from Disney or Nick, or both? And also tell me what you think, or what your favorite theme song was, or what theme song you think is the best from Disney or Nick. Or you could say what you think is the best Disney one and what you think is the best Nick one, or just whatever, just all the things. Just tell me all the things. We can just chat about it, because I could just like talk about this all day. Yeah, but that's it. Just let me know your favorite, and let me know who your winner is. So, and yeah, so don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell if you want more throwback breakdowns like this one. As I said, I wanted to try a different style, type of video, whatever. This was actually really cool and fun to do, I think. I really liked it. So comment what you thought of this video, if you want to see more videos like this, or if you prefer my other type of videos that I normally do. Yeah, just comment your thoughts and tell me which type of video you like better, and share with your family and friends, because it really helps me out. I really appreciate it. And that's that. So thank you so much for watching, and stay nostalgic. Bye.
Hey, I'm Hilary Duff from Lizzie McGuire, and you're watching Disney Channel.
I'm Allison Mashaka, and you're watching Disney Channel.
Hey, what's up? I'm Miley Cyrus from Hannah Montana, and you are watching Disney Channel.
I'm Ashley Tisdale, and you're watching Disney Channel.
Rouse from The Sweet Life on Deck, and you're watching Disney Channel.
I'm Mitchell Musso from Hannah Montana, and you're watching Disney Channel.
Hi there. We're the Jonas Brothers. And you're watching Disney Channel.
I'm Emily Osment from Hannah Montana, and you're watching Disney Channel.
Hey, I'm Demi Lovato from Sunny with a Chance, and you're watching Disney Channel.